created to have some fun together, sharing and singing. So, join and enjoy.
Our love for opera brings us together. Thanks for being with us in this trip.
So, this is episode 3 of the music I could take and to a desert island. And I know that I have mentioned it in the two previous episodes, but it is true that the more I think about it, the more guilty I feel for the music that I am leaving out because I have already finished my list. And the more I think about it, the more I think, how did I choose this one and not that one? How am I going to, am I able to live knowing that didn't take this one? So it's really a hard decision. But today, we're sharing also one of the most beautiful melodies that I personally have a couple of that I have a couple personal anecdotes around this song, the song known as the Canción Veneciana, a song, the Venetian song from the zarzuela El Carro del Sol, the Chariot of the Sun by Maestro Serrano, one of the greatest composers of the zarzuela genre. Of course, we are referring to Spain. And to open and to let you familiarize with this melody, as you probably don't know it, I also found something that I can only qualify as a treasure. I'm going to be leaving in the description of the episode the link to the video, the music that I am about to play, because there is this man in Viedma, Argentina, or Horacio Asborno, that has this incredible collection of music for what we know as a pianola. So the quality of the sound is very, very particular. I would say that most, or if not all of what he has can be called historical because it really transports us on how the sounds of these pianolas were in the past. So I think it is great that I found it, and I'm going to be sharing with you just now the recording he has for this beautiful Venetian song by Maestro José Serrano, Zarzuela El Carro del Sol, and let's just listen to this beautiful.
Veneciana titulada El Carro del Sol de Serrano.
So he's getting everything ready. I think we can all agree that this recording, the roles that are charged, and this pianola, and listen to the automatic reproduction of these sounds, it's just amazing. I was just telling you that it is. I have a couple of personal anecdotes around today's selection, and the first one that I would like to share is somehow very recent. There were a number of presentations that I had in uh, a place here where I am living, the cultural area where there are shops for painting, music, singing, violin, guitar, acting, etc. But these were the days of the pandemics, so nothing could be in closed places. So there were around 5 months, maybe a little more. I had weekly presentations there in the open for people to enjoy some music. And the true anecdote around this song is that this is the one that I used every week for closing the program. So this melody that we just heard, that this great guy from Vietnam, Argentina, Horacio Asborno, shared with us on the internet. It's the one that I used for closing every program. Of course, as we were listening, I really have to refrain from singing because I know this is indeed a song that I know very well. So I really had to make a huge effort for not putting my voice over the very beautiful melody that we just heard. But now let's get down to business. So this song, the Venetian song, is sung by the character known as Angelita. That's the name given to the character. So Angelita wants to marry the man she loves, and so she has asked for his father's permission to do so. But guess what? The father refused that approval because he has his own plans instead. So he has already chosen the the future husband of Angelita, but Angelita loves somebody else. So it's with that in mind that, of course, Angelita is very sad. Angelita is not feeling right at all because she won't be able to be with the man she loves because of her father. And so there are a good number of things. I really didn't want to interrupt much, but I think I will have to do it because otherwise I will not be able to explain. There are a good number of things that I want to be sharing with you in regards to this melody. So why don't we start and let me share it with you because this is now a second anecdote. We will be using a recording year 2006, November 2006, good number of years already, almost 20 years, in the voice of Mexican soprano Belinda Ramirez. She is a soprano that I have known for many, many, many years since I was very, very, very young. And the first time I had a chance of listening to this song, to this beautiful song, live in a concert, in a presentation, was in her voice. And I know that she has kept La Canción Veneciana with hers throughout her complete career. So she really knows what she's doing in this song. And I also think her voice is an excellent match to the style and the sounds that we're expecting from this song. I do not have at hand the name of the pianist. I tend to think that it was Il Maestro del Águila, but I don't have it at hand so that I could confirm. But the pianist you are going to listen to it is also amazing. So why don't we start by listening to the introductory part of this very beautiful Canción Veneciana, and then we move on with the explanation of the lyrics and a couple of other things around the interpretation of this very, very, very beautiful song. taran, tan, 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 taran, tan, tan, tan. So, Angelita starts by telling us, pensando en el que la quiere, suspira la veneciana, la luz de la tarde muere sobre el alféizar de su ventana llena de flores que aroman las dulces notas del canto de sus amores. So, Angelita is going to sing us a song that, in fact, somehow reflects her own story. And so she says that she is daydreaming of the man that loved hers. And the Venetian has her breath on just thinking about him. La luz de la tarde muere, which makes reference to the sunset. The day is already finishing, and so she can see that from her window, de su ventana llena de flores. So her window, so try to picture a young Venetian woman seeing the sunset, just thinking about the man she loves as the sun comes down. That's what this first phrase is telling us about the Canción Veneciana. I was saying that I didn't want to interrupt often, but since I know that I will be doing it often, what I will do is that I will be interrupting here, but at the end of today's episode, I will let it play complete. But there is one thing that I want to mention. The first phrase, pensando en el que la quiere, it is very important that the right sound is achieved here because the voice has to picture that the Angelita is actually daydreaming. So it has to be with a certain tone of the voice. Pensando en el que la quiere, suspira la veneciana. La 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 la. And that kind of sound is what you will listen in the voice of Belinda. So we have reached this part where it has been described that she's watching the sunset from the window, her window full of flowers, as she daydreams of the man she loves. And que aroman las dulces notas del canto de sus amores. Because these flowers are taking their scent and to so that she can have and she can sing about her love. Um, I will need to interrupt very quickly and I will explain you why. So, as we know that the flowers from her window take the scent so that she can sing about her lover, says, La ingrata fortuna llevóse a mi amante fiel. So, fortune didn't want us to be together. So, fortune took him away. Y al claro de luna suspiro pensando en él. This makes reference, when it is full moon, when we see this path, this ray of light from the silver moon. That's the scene that she's describing. She was watching the sun come down, but now it is already night. The moon is outside, and she thinks about this very, very bad fortune that took her lover away. And it is under that ray of light that she keeps thinking about him. And if you notice, there was a little change when she said, La ingrata fortuna llevase a mi amante fiel y al claro de luna suspiro pensando en él. Notice this, pensando en él. Le quiero. This part is very important. Le quiero, sin él no me faltará el valor. Le espero y en el mundo entero no habrá quien me robe las dulces horas de su amor. So, in case you didn't notice, well, if you don't know the score, there is no way you can't know. But Belinda has added, and that's why I was telling you that she fully understands this song that has been for her for the decades of her career. When she says, Le quiero, then she does a filatura before the second Le quiero. Sin él, so, le quiero, sin él no me faltará el valor. Le espero y en el mundo entero no habrá quien me robe las dulces horas. And then again, she went for a pianissimo, for a triple P that you can barely hear as she wraps up the first part of the song. Las dulces horas de su amor. And it is very effective because the phrase of amor um, blends into the music. Let me try to put this part again that I just explained. There was where the pianissimo comes. So her voice has blended with a very beautiful melody. And just before we continue with the second part of the song, I didn't translate it for you, where she says, le quiero, sin él no me faltará el valor. Well, before I translate it, I want to read it in Spanish because even if you don't speak Spanish, you may be able to get that one of the great things, one of the many great things about the zarzuela is that it is so very well written in Spanish that you're really, really reading a poem. So she says, Le quiero, I love him, and even without him, I will not lack the courage. Le espero y en el mundo entero no habrá quien me robe las dulces horas de su amor. Because I wait for him, and there is absolutely no one in the whole world who will be able to take away from me the sweet hours that I had of his love. So his love is such a great treasure that nobody will ever be able to take it away from me. Now we are reaching the second part, and she says, volando en las aguas viene la góndola veneciana, que en el canal se detiene bajo el alféizar de su ventana llena de flores. So, what she's describing now, remember that she was by the moonlight telling how much she would cherish the memory of him, the man that was taken away from her. And now she says that crossing the waters so fast, here comes the Venetian gondola that in the canal it's going to stop just under, just below the window that is full of flowers. Because remember that the window that is full of flowers is the lady of the story of the Venetian song, which in a way is Angelita herself. So under that window that is covered with flowers and that take the scent and make the voice of hers to sound once again. That's what we are being described now in the continuation of the story of that Angelita is sharing with us, and in the voice of Belinda sounds like this. But now the story continues. Not only remember that Fortune has taken her lover away, and now she says, La ingrata fortuna me quiso apartar de aquí, y al claro de luna de nuevo me acerco a ti. So no matter how much Fortune tried to pull me away from you again, now that you arrived and your Venetian gondola, no matter how hard the fortune tried, I still remain here under the moonlight because, again, under the moonlight, I can be close to you again. Te quiero, la ausencia no mitigó mi ardor. Te quiero y en el mundo entero no habrá quien me robe las dulces horas de su amor. So, she's going to say, I love you, I love you. Your absence didn't make my heart and my love go weak. I still love you, and remember that in the whole world there is nobody who will be able to steal that from me. And as she has confirmed once that there is nobody in the whole world who will be able to steal those sweet hours and that love from her heart, she will insist, no habrá quien me robe las felices horas de tu ardiente amor. So nobody will be able to take those hours and that love from me. And it is in the word love, the final sound that will blend once again with the music. Of course, it is a very beautiful melody, very beautiful lyrics, as you could appreciate, and the melody is somehow easy to catch. If you notice the piano, tan taran tarararan, tan taran tarararan, tan taran tan taran taran tan taran taran tan taran, tararan. But I this time I'm going to play it complete, and I will not be interrupting. So I hope you could appreciate this third piece of music that I would take to a desert island, the Canción Veneciana, the Venetian song from the zarzuela El Carro del Sol by Maestro Serrano.
You can follow our channel for the latest updates and more content. Opera We Love Singing, in just one word. Link in the description of the episode.